Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel from wherever you are. This is Marius, and today I'm excited to share a new product I've been working on called BimmerTrace. For the past few months, I was in the used car market and I spent countless of hours researching a car, specifically a German car. Now, in hindsight, I wish I had this product when I made this research because I think it would have made my life much easier. I'm a data person, so I like to have data for pretty much everything around. I built this product with data in mind. There's a few apps out there that you can basically connect to your car and it's going to extract the metrics or logs from specific sensors. In this case, I use something called BimmerLink. I'm not affiliated with BimmerLink or BimmerCode for that matter. Actually, those are some products I purchased with my own money. I ended up buying a BMW, as you can imagine. And as a result of getting those logs from BimmerLink, I built this product on top called BimmerTrace, right? So let's dive right into it. You'll see what I mean. So this is the homepage. And again, my product works on the premise that you already have the logs extracted from BimmerLink. Okay, so it's very simple. You just upload and you have a history. How it works, you record, upload, and analyze your reports. And then you get insights, you get the scores, and you get diagnostics based on the findings. All this platform is AI powered. Okay, so let's dive into it with a real sample. This is actually from my drive today. So right off the bat, you'll get a preview of what statistics look like and what tags are detected. So let's analyze. Keep in mind, this is a prototype. Of course, there's a lot more I can upgrade. At this point in time, it's just to get it out there and collect feedback from users and see how we can make better. But right off the bat, with what I have here, I think it's very, very powerful. And I would have seen a lot of things, a lot of red flags before I bought this car. But here we are. Let's go. 80, it's a pretty good score. But this, keep in mind, this is after I repair a lot of stuff on the car. And even despite of that, there's still a few issues that I wasn't sure how to basically flag them, what label to put on it, until I saw this data. For example, rough running. What does it mean? Well, at idle, my car kind of like shakes a bit. It's uneven, but you can't really tell what's going on. When you look at the values, so let's say we go back here. When you look at the values, actually, you will see the measures of each cylinder. Each cylinder will have a measure and you'll see the delay or advance of firing. This is very useful. And basically, the delta should be close to zero. Anything plus, minus is not as good. All right. So I have a section here, the overall score gives you a summary. This is the amount of samples. And this is the length of the drive. And those are the parameters or the metrics inside the report. I'm still working on this, but basically it's gonna be a chart with a car. And each component is going to link to the appropriate section of the car, and you're going to have the scores, and then when you click on it, you're going to be able to go to the details. All right, so let's go to the cool part, charts. In no particular order, I put the RPMs, so engine RPMs. Now, what's cool about this, you can go over the graph and you can see at every single second of that drive, you can see the value. Okay, so this is the RPMs. This is the short-term fuel trims. You have two banks. Well, depends on your car. This is a 6-cylinder, so it has two banks because it's 3 cylinders per bank, so it's 2 banks. All right. This is injection timing, temperature curves. So this is measuring coolant temperature, oil temperature, and intake air temperature. VANOS. This is something to do with camshaft timing. So it's advancing or retarding depending on the conditions. This is affecting both the intake and the exhaust. This is the air-fuel ratio. This is the voltage of the battery voltage. This is the speed, obviously. This is a city drive here. I'll show you in a moment. All right, here we have a water pump. This is very interesting. So it records here the maximum value of the water pump during that drive. And here we have a graph of both the RPMs of the water pump and also the voltage of the water pump. Now, right off the bat with this, you can see if something is unusual. Now, in my car, because it's an electric pump, you want to see this. The car computer moderates or regulates the speed of the pump. So you see here I have 2 spikes. This is good. It means that the pump is actually able to function at higher speeds as well. Then you have the oil condition sensor. So to me, I think this is extremely important. So here you're gonna have the oil quality and oil level. Now, I'm probably gonna look to use another sensor value. This one, the only explanation I have at this point is that in your oil pan, the oil keeps moving, so the sensor changes value accordingly. So I need to use a sensor that's more calibrated, doesn't fluctuate as the car moves. Essentially, what you see here, it's not too bad. It's where it should be. If you see a downtrend over time, that means it's burning oil. All right, here it's a drive profile. So it's gonna look at, is the car idling? Are you doing city driving? Are you cruising? And things like that. And then you can actually scroll in the timeline here, and it's gonna go to the actual event recording here. And it's gonna tell you the duration. So that's pretty cool. All right, so this is the summarization of driving profile, and something interesting added here, it's a cylinder heat map, depending on how many cylinders you have. Now, this is extremely important. As I said, the closer you are to 0, the better. So it's more uniform. It's operating more efficiently if you want. Now, in my case, my car has, as I told you, it has the rough idling, right? Well, it turns out it's because of at idle, my values are on, those are the mean values, are higher. As you can see, they're over 300, which becomes, let's say, orange and red. So this is definitely causing vibrations and so on and so forth. As the speed increases, the engine smooths out evenly all the cylinders. So that's a good sign. And a second chart to basically complement this is to see the distribution by RPMs, right? So this is within 600 and 800 RPMs. This is between 800 and 1200 RPMs. And as you can see, after 1200 RPMs, my engine performs relatively really well. In the 2002 and 2500, it's actually extremely well. Here, I'm going to work on fuel efficiency, and then this is the meat of the whole thing here. This is AI powered. And here we're doing diagnostics. So let's say for the rough running, I have a few suggestions. So it's detected that cylinder number 3 shows a high idle to cruise ratio, indicating rough running at idle that results under load, which is correct. Now, what are the possible causes? Vacuum leak, idle air issues, or intake valve carbon deposits? All plausible. So it gives you a few suggestions. For example, run liquid moly, Jectron fuel system cleaner, etc., etc. And so here you have total scores as well for each section. Another cool thing that I added to the charts that I think it's very, very good for diagnosing or identifying patterns. I added breakpoints. So you can, so for example, if I'm looking at the electric water pump and I see this spike here and I'm like, what is that? Well, I can just click on this like so. And then maybe I can just click on this one as well. So let's say here it's fine, maybe. Yep. So I put 2 breakpoints at 878 seconds and at 1335 seconds. So now those breakpoints are going to carry to all the graphs above. For example, at vehicle speed, like I see as soon as I increase the speed, based on this, I can see that the water pump increased rotation as well. Similar here, except the increase happened just on deceleration. So yeah, you can trace it and you can kind of like deduce what's going on with the engine. And of course, you see the water pump speed increased significantly. And you see here the coolant went down, which is expected. Same here. It went down significantly, even though here was a brief period of increase in water pump speed. Sorry. Now, as a side note, for my particular car, I find that the oil runs a bit hot, but that's why it's important to change the oil more often than BMW recommends. We can also look at the the RPM of the engine. I mean, this is cruise, nothing special here. This was a little bit of acceleration and deceleration. And you have them here. And then again, you can clear them, clear the markers from here, or, okay, you know what? Let's just clear them from here like so. Cool. And the last part I want to show you is the history, which would look something like that. And so let's say if you are diagnosing something and it takes a little bit of time, and let's say you repair a component or you put a product in and you need to profile your drives for a period of time, this is the place where you're gonna look down the pipeline. I have some features I'm gonna add where it's gonna correlate, it's gonna summarize, it's gonna profile based on multiple drives at the same time instead of individual ones. But nevertheless, based on the score, you can kind of like see a trend if things are getting better or worse. And then you can click on each and it's going to go to the report. And of course, I added sharing. So this is going to be the URL. All right. I know it's a lot. I know it's a little bit technical. Bear with me. We're going to get this done and we're going to have fun doing so. And there you have it. This is all I have for now. I hope you found this useful. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. And I'll see you next time.